Actually, no, we'll see how we go. So, Granny, how you going?
Good.
Yeah, what's the good story you can share with us?
I don't know. Too late to
About the day you met Grandpa.
Oh, that was a long, long time ago. Oh, I was 16.
Where were you? At the dance?
Yeah. And he asked somebody who I was and had a dance with me. That exciting.
Didn't you ask someone who he was too?
Yeah, because he was with the four boys, and at that stage, they sort of all moved together. And I said to one of the girls that was there, she said, oh, they're the Fawcett's. She said, there's four of them. I said, oh, right.
They all pretty similar?
There wasn't, probably Don and Grandpa had the most similarity. Alan he was quite different. He was smaller and dark and so forth, but then he was so sick for his life, he probably didn't grow as much. And Jack, the oldest one, he lost his hair before he was 18, and very, very shy fellow, incredibly shy man. Nice bloke. Yeah.
So were they wearing hats? Did everyone wear hats?
No, it was a dance, love, so...
Yeah, they have hats off.
Yeah.
And did everyone smoke back then?
A lot of them did, yeah. Quite a lot did.
You didn't?
No. I could never stand the smell of it anyway, so...
Yeah.
Grandpa used to a bit, and then he went, so he said to me, I'll go down the street and get me some cigarettes, which I did. And I said, they've gone up. Well, that's bloody well it. I'm not buying any more. And he didn't.
What, didn't they go up to 20 cents?
I think it wasn't much, I mean, that was it. No more.
I heard on the wireless that they were going up to 20 cents.
Well, it might have been wireless, I don't know, I can't remember now, but I know from then on that was it. But he'd still, if he was at a sheep sale, he was bidding for sheep or had sheep, he'd start patting his pockets, looking for the cigarettes for a long time after.
And growing up in the 1930s, so the Depression, what was that like?
Pretty awful, but I was 30s. I was a bit too young yet. I sort of hit it when the 40s came. See, I was born 1930, but I didn't turn 10 till 1940, and from then on, I really realised because, I mean, I knew it was tough, but it was just the way we lived, and but later on, I realised how tough it had been.
One sec.
You see, the war came too. Which made it.
Try again, but. So when you were growing up, what was it like?
Farm life, love. It was all I knew, and I quite enjoyed it. I liked the animals. Loved the animals.
Yeah.
Didn't like the grain growing, but loved the animals. So.
What was your favourite animal?
Probably pet lambs, I think. But I loved them all, though. They were my friends because I had, nobody else really.
Yeah.
I'd have to say, any of the animals that you have pretty well were good friends, good to be with. I thought so anyway.
Did you have a favourite that stands out?
Oh yes, I think so. I had one, actually Bill gave it to him. It was called Bill, and he was gorgeous, but he hated anybody else walking near me or anything. He'd come and push them away. Bill would help me bring the milk back from the shed. And if he walked alongside me, he'd get in between us. He was a funny sheep.
And you had to milk the cow a fair bit when you were younger?
I milked them all the time.
What time did you have to wake up?
About 6, I suppose, because I had to get breakfast before I milked the cows and organised Mum's lunch for school because she was teaching at the time. So. And probably 14 when I really took on doing the house and everything else as well.
When did you get to go to that girls' school?
When?
Yeah.
When? I was 13. I was there 12 and 13. I did there. Yeah.
And do you remember when you found out there was a World War?
Well, it was on there. I was there when it finished the year I was at school. It finished that year.
And what about when the man landed on the moon?
Oh, that was years later, love.
Yeah. Do you remember that though?
I can remember, yeah, the kids were only little. My mother and father were down and they were very anti-television. Or Mum was. And then she saw this thing on telly and from then on she went back and bought one.
What did you see? Did you see the man landing on the moon?
Yeah, she seemed to think it was a bit weird.
What about electricity? What did you do? Do you remember what it was like before that and when it came in?
Yeah, well, I'd never had it. And when we were first shifted to St Leonard's, we didn't have it. We had a 22 one, a battery one, that you could start up. But then we didn't have much electric stuff, so it didn't really matter. We had a stove that the chimney leaked onto, and every time it rained it used to put the fire out, which was a bit of a worry. But we gradually got them fixed up.
And so when you eventually did get electricity, did it change your life much?
Oh yeah, big difference, yeah, amazing difference. But I'd never had it prior, so it wasn't as if I was missing. You know, I'd come from no electricity, so if you put your back, once you've had it, you find it a bit hard without it, I think.
Like cooking was easier and what else?
Yeah, everything. Well, you don't have to go and cut wood and bring it in, and you don't have to light a fire and sort of turn the switch and so forth. Makes a difference.
And what about like the toilets outside, the dunnies?
Oh, shocking. We had this thing out, and particularly when I was having all the trouble having to go all the time with my tummy. It was awful because it was freezing cold and in a shed out the back. I was always frightened there were going to be snakes and all sorts of things. Didn't like it much.
Did you ever have any run-ins with animals or razorbacks, goannas and whatever?
I'm actually still terrified of snakes. I went to walk in the door one day and got just about to go up into the door, and this snake was sitting right by the door. Just about had a heart attack and rushed and got Bill. And I said, the poor bugger wouldn't have hurt you. I went, oh. But then I did kill one, and it was that long.
How did you kill it?
With a stick.
A big hit?
Oh yeah, poor thing.
You sure it wasn't a worm?
Well, it was a bit bigger than a worm, but not much. We had a big dam that was the new house. We had a big dam by the house, and they just loved it because it had shelter for them, and they were all, just normal red bellies, but didn't like them much.
What about the famous goanna story?
Very goanna. I think one of the best stories is the snake that I saw hanging down, and because we'd had trouble, we knew that there was a nasty one around. Bill was under the shower, and I came through, and this thing was hanging down above the door, and I'm yelling out. He came out with absolutely no clothes on, and we always kept a small gun and a thing by the back door in case they did turn up. He's hitting it, and I'm saying, you're hitting the wrong end. Finally we got it down, and it wasn't the one he thought it was. It was just this other red-bellied one that wasn't all that much trouble, but it was well and truly gone by then. So.
Remember the goanna with the eggs inside it?
Oh yeah, horrible things. Yeah, awful.
And you shot it, and all the eggs came out.
Yeah, Grandpa, Dad shot it. I just stayed there, and it was watching me, and I was watching it. I knew he'd be home, and so he got the gun. And then as soon as it stuck its head out, he shot it, and the egg rolled.
You didn't like guns that much, do you?
Eh?
You've never liked guns much, though?
No, I know, but I know that there's a use for them, but I think they're dreadful things, really, but they do have a use. And the fox, I had chickens and chooks. We just have our own eggs. And I woke up one night and I heard the chooks making a noise, and I realised it must have been a fox giving him trouble. And I went out, and it was quite a high fence.